Yeah. So this has been a new project. Well, less of a project, more of a new obsession. So plan is to replace the rig that's not on there anymore with a Wharram Wingsail rig, which I was lucky enough to get from a chap who'd scrapped an old Wharram, and he still had the rig, and he still had the sails, the rigging and everything. He couldn't find the jib, but now he's just found the jib, so I'm going to pick that up. I'm going to pick that up next for this week coming, hopefully. And it's in good condition, so it's good. We're getting closer. I should be sailing within a matter of weeks. Everything else is prepared. I've got a few more things to do. I've just been making the gaff yard that's needed as well, so that's coming together. I'll dig that out, show you that. So we're in my navigation hull now, the starboard hull, and it's amazing. When I first built this boat, I wasn't sure how much room was inside, but there's actually loads of room. There's enough room for 2 people to sleep head to head in here, and more. The recess there goes back up another 5 feet. I think the front one does the same. There's absolutely loads of room in here. It's just oodles of room for me. The other hull's got the galley in that sticks out a bit, so there's a little bit less room in the galley side, but there's still plenty of room. This is on bags in this as captain's cabin now. So down inside here we've got it goes forward further than you can really see. I've got little cushions in there at the minute. You've got a better view of that later. And then the front end, we've got power here, battery below me, so I've got enough charging phones and cameras and things. And then we've got nav station. Okay, I'll just leave it there. Very wide angle. I'm just trying out my lenses and things on this new camera I've got, so at least we've got a better camera now. Planning to get some nice sailing shots. You like this sailing shots I've got planned. It won't be long before I've got a new mast on, and then once that's on, I'm just waiting for the tide and the wind ready. We'll get this boat sailing, and she'll have the original Wharram Wingsail rig on, which is kind of what I first wanted when I first found this boat. I wanted to put her back to how she should be. I've had a few people go, why would you take that Bermudan rig off? And I know Bermudan rig's a bit more efficient into the wind, but at the mast it's 34 foot tall, and I really never have liked Bermudan, so I'm solo sailing a lot of the time, so I really want to be able to drop this sail in any direction of wind. I don't need to be pointing into the wind and trying to get all the little things down, the cars down the track. I just want to be able to drop the main and stuff like that. So I'm much happier with the gaff rig. I've sailed gaff rigs most of my sailing existence, so I'm much happier with the gaff. I think the boat will be happier with the rig it was designed to have. Hey, we'll see. You don't know unless you try or do things. So she's going to get her rig. I was just lucky, fortunate to find a man who was selling the rig. So I expect some of you are wondering why I've gone and got myself a bigger boat when I had the perfect boat. I did have the perfect boat, Pip. It's a lovely little gaffer. I've really enjoyed my time with her. But I do want to explain that since I built the sailing canoe with the outriggers and things, I've been interested in multi-hulls a lot, and I've been looking at the Wharram thing, because they're based on older designs, on Polynesian designs and things, so there's quite a lot of ancient wisdom in the designs. And then one came up right here in Falmouth, and it was a GRP one. This one's a GRP one, but I didn't have to worry about buying an old Wharram that needed a lot of TLC and a lot of carpentry skills, because I want to get sailing as much as I can in the next few years. I have a health condition. It's not going to get any better, so my aim really is to get out sailing and make the most of it. So I'm kind of documenting my sailing before I'm not sailing anymore. So we don't want to worry about all that. We want to worry about going sailing. So that's why I'm trying to get this one sorted as quickly as possible. So yeah, I've gone for the bigger boat. I've gone to the dark side. I've gone for the multi-hull thing for a bit, and I can go back to small boats and dinghies again. I can do that. There's going to be some changes because every boat is a compromise. So, you know, I've got more boat to clean, more boat to paint, more boat to maintain. But also, it's a very efficient hull shape with this, so I hope to still be able to use the electric outboard that I have and use the regen facility where it charges itself. If you leave it in the water while you're sailing, it will charge up again as well. So as well as having solar recharging, I'll also have the ability to recharge while I'm sailing, and to use a lot less. I'll probably have a small petrol outboard on board just as backup. I'll also be able to probably have my sailing canoe on board as a tender and as a local run around, sail around. So I'll still have a small boat to sail around if I'm on an anchorage or something. So that's the kind of idea, and we'll see how it pans out. I can always not, you know, sort of do this after a couple of years, decide to do something else. But you don't know unless you try these things, and you know, experience is through doing, not necessarily anything else. So I thought I'd take the plunge when this came up, because there's other people that have gone to Belgium to pick up a Wharram that's for sale. This one was right here in Falmouth, a few miles away from where I live. So what could I do? I always swore I'd never buy a boat with a Bermudan rig, and this one actually had a Bermudan rig from new when it was built in the Cornish Imagine warehouse facility. So it's always had a Bermudan rig since new. It's obviously put on for a customer at the time, but yeah, it was going to have to go when I bought it. That was always the plan, and I just can't believe that I found a man with an old Wharram rig. He had the mast, the rigging, the mainsail, and I just hopefully getting the jib off of him soon. So thank you, Jeff. Big thanks to Jeff. He scrapped an old Wharram, and that's why he had the rigging and the bits. So that's been great. He even had a spare one of the four beams in alloy, 4-inch alloy beams, so I used that as a gin pull to lower the mast that was on there. So yeah, that's all worked out great. Just got to get the mast on this week. I've made a new stainless steel bracket, which is actually, yeah, made 2 of these. Got these made up special. So these are like stainless tabernacles for the deck, and the mast will go in there and pivot on the back hole there. So they're ready to go on. Just got to do a new mast step just to take these and tidy it up, and I was going to resin over it and paint it and stuff. Anyway, that's the end of the update for the minute. There'll be more soon, and I'll film the mast going up, hopefully. And then we've got engine tests and sailing tests and a bit of a shakedown to do. The Wharram Hui. It's like a gathering. That's coming up in 6 weeks, so we want to be ready for that. Also, I'm a bit of a ex-windsurfer, so the idea of having 2 fast canoes is quite appealing. I'll be able to go quite quick. I'll be able to cover a lot of ground in a short space of time, which means my range is increased, my daily sailing range. I could even probably do the Scillies from here. I'll probably not be doing that this year, but that's within reach now. Certainly heading along the coast is a lot easier with a very fast boat, so that'd be interesting. The other thing, of course, is that if you're a tea drinking person, catamaran's perfect because you can sail and your tea won't even tip over. This is my new tabernacle. Just lining everything up. A visit by a swan. Oh, it's lovely. Hello. Hello. Hello and goodbye. Doing sentry duty. Hello. Wow, you've grown. Hello. Oh, it's all right. Oh, lovely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All 8 still. Here is the jig that I made to make the gaff yard. I'll just use the back of me now. So that's coming on. Road trip weekend. I'm on a quest to catch up with the old man. I haven't seen him for months, and I've had van issues, so I won't be able to go like coming this far. But the van issues appear to be resolved now, and so we're doing that. But we're also coinciding that with picking up the chip for the Tiki 26 Madgic. We're now ready for the new mast step tabernacle to go on, and then we raise the new mast. Mast is on. Got a bit of messing about to do, but it's on and it's up. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe if you're not subscribed. I'll see you on the next video.